What's going on, y'all? It's the Cool Teacher back again with another video. This time I'm focusing on ratio tables. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a ratio table up here, because it's not gonna matter about a ratio table until I bring it up. Y'all gotta see it. So let me see. Bow. Oh, you see the special effects though? I just popped up on the screen. We lit. Alright, but let's get to the problem. Alright, ratio tables. The thing about ratio tables is you kind of have to have some number sense. You kind of have to know factors and multiples, at least have a knowledge of those kind of things. And your multiplication and division have to be on point too, because that's what we're doing to fill in all the spaces for our ratio tables. So I have two ratio tables here, and a matter of fact, what I'll go ahead and do is label this number 1. I'll label this one number 2. Alright, so we have two ratio tables here, and we're going to go ahead and fill in the number 1 first, and then fill in number 2. So looking at number 1, I have 12, then I have 10. So I have basically 12 over 10. Then I have 18 over here, and nothing under the 18. And then I have nothing in the middle at all. Alright, so all of these are going to get filled in. Alright, so a lot of times people wonder, how do I get this number in the middle? Well, first, what I like to tell you is to focus on the row of numbers that have at least 2 numbers in them. So in number 1, I'm going to be focusing on the top because it has 12 and it has 18. There's 2 numbers in this row. So it's easier to see what I have to put here so that I can get it to go here. Alright. Also, this is the type of problem of whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top, or whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom kind of thing. And you'll understand that more when I actually do it. Alright. So let me look at this one, 12. Now I know a lot of people see 12 and then see 18 and think, oh, I can divide by 6. Which is true. You can divide this by 6. That's no problem. But do you really want to divide 10 by 6? Because remember, whatever I do to the top, I have to do to the bottom. So just like I said, it takes number sense. You have to be thinking about these things, okay? So if I'm going to look at all these numbers, I'm going to think of a number that goes into all of these. This is 18. Then I have a 12 and I also have a 10. Well, all these are even numbers, and 2 can go into every single even number. So what I'm going to do is divide 12 by 2. And when I divide 12 by 2, that's going to give me 6. So I have 12 being divided by 2, giving me 6. Now I have to see if there's anything I can do to 6 to give me 18. Actually, there is. If you're familiar with your multiplication tables, I can multiply 6 times 3 to give me 18. Now here goes what I was saying, whatever I do to the top, I do to the bottom. I divided the first number by 2 and then multiplied it by 3. So what I'm going to do here is just show that I'm dividing by 2 and then show that I'm multiplying by 3. So I have 10 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2 is actually going to give me 5. So that's how I get 5. Then I take 5 and multiply it by 3. That'll give me 15. So if I look here, my ratio table is complete, and I filled in every single space that I have. Okay? So remember, just think of, like I said, you gotta have some number sense. Think of something that goes into every single number, not just 2 of them. Okay? So here, number 2, a little bit different because I have a 5. And if I know 5, there's not much that can go into 5 but 1 and 5. Because 5 is what's called a prime number. Only 1 in itself go into it. And believe it or not, 2 is also a prime number. So prime numbers are not just even numbers. Just a little bit of information just in case you didn't know. But here I have to go ahead and I'll start at the bottom, because I want to start in the row with at least 2 numbers. Okay, so I have 5 here in number 2, and then over here I have 20. In the middle I have nothing. Okay, So I want to know, what can I do to 5 to get a number in here that I can also do something to get 20. Now I know you're probably thinking, but 5, there's nothing goes into 5 and 2 except 1, as opposed to number 1 where it was 12 and 10 and 18, and I can do all of those by 2. Now you may have to go ahead and kind of guess and check to say, because sometimes you may not know what goes in right away, and if you don't, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with a little guess and check just to make sure that we're doing the right thing. All right, so what I'm gonna go ahead and try here is I'm gonna go ahead and multiply by 2. Okay, and like I said, this is just a simple guess and check. Believe it or not, I haven't done this problem before, so first time. All right, so 5 times 2, that gives me 10. So 5 times 2 gives me 10, right? Then I have 10. Can I do anything to 10 to give me 20? Actually, I have to multiply that by 2. So actually it works. Now in this case, whatever I did to the bottom, I'm going to do to the top. So that means I have to multiply this by 2, then multiply this by 2. All right, so 2 times 2 is going to give me 4. Then I take 4 and multiply it by 2, which is going to give me 8. And as you can see, I've successfully completed my ratio table. All right, you're gonna have to think about this one a little bit more. Like I said, it takes some number sense and things of that nature. Just think about it. If you don't get it the first time, it's all right. Just try another number and see if it works. All right, if you had any questions about this, go ahead and write me down below. Other than that, like, subscribe, share this with at least 3 people, because I know there's at least 3 people in your class, or 3 people that you may know that may not know how to do this so good. All right, or so well. I'm sorry, let me go. I know I'm showing math, but let me show off my grammar. But yeah, all right, other than that, y'all stay up, enjoy yourselves, and this is the Cool Teacher. I'm out.